Welcome to the All-Star Carnival, the final event of the XV season. Finally putting a nail in the coffin of this season. Toros won the championship back in February versus the Diamonds in a 9-set thriller. And we are here in Seattle, Washington to just have some fun. Divisions versus the all dodgeball team versus the champion Toros. All the stars are here, all the alternates, all the fanfare, the handing out of the trophies, and the just a good time. Everybody get to network and know each other, and look back at a season gone, and look forward to the future. And let's start things off. We have the North going against the South, and we have the Midwest going against the West to start things off. It's going to start with the North and the South. Captains Chris Mitchell, the only rookie on the rosters, the only rookie at the All-Star game. He's on the all dodgeball team. He's kind of a liability because he's a great captain, but he's pretty much terrible in every other respect. Paulo for the Sea Dogs, he had a solid year with them. They were able to navigate their way to contention late in the season, even with the 4-7 record. Dashers, Narrow Streets, second best dasher in the league. Mussman, I think he was third best this year. In the lineup, got Mussman and Mitchell. Those two make the South really weak. Those are bad. It's not all-star quality outside of their assigned tasks. Temp, really good arm. Maurice, great defender. Raekwon, MVP of the league, great arm. Paulo, Narrow Streets, really just a secret MVP of the Margay's team as Pascal kind of fell down in the end of the season. Tamp is playing his brother Temp. What do you know? McFadden, great defender. He was able to do a lot of things offensively this year. He didn't really want to, but he's defending giant. Pascal, he's the lead thrower for the North, but let's see how he does. He really fell apart towards the end of the season. Let's just hope now that things are kind of, not so serious, he can put it behind him. And Mussman wins the start. Temp throws to Narrow Streets, gets him out. Paulo caught by Raekwon. Mussman dodged by Tamp. Tamp gets Maurice out. And Raekwon gets Pascal. McFadden, Temp dodges. And Raekwon caught by McFadden. McFadden dodged by Temp. And Temp dodged by McFadden. Tamp gets Mussman out. Temp goes against his brother and gets Tamp out. McFadden caught by Temp, and he had a pretty good set there. North wants to start. Tamp throws Maurice out. Narrow Streets catches Mitchell. And Paulo throws Mussman out. Raekwon gets Pascal. And Paulo gets Raekwon out. Temp, Narrow Streets. Tamp throws Temp out, and the North has tied it up. South wants to start. Pascal catches Raekwon, and Paulo caught by Mussman. Mitchell caught by Pascal. Doing pretty well. Temp gets Maurice. Temp gets Narrow Streets out. McFadden throws Temp out. It's just up to Mussman. Pascal dodges, and Pascal gets Mussman out. North takes the 2-1 lead. North wins the start. Mussman catches Tamp. Surprising. McFadden dodges. Streets gets Mitchell out. Pascal catches Mussman. And Streets caught by Temp. Raekwon gets caught by McFadden. Pascal dodged by Temp, and Temp throws Pascal out. McFadden gets Maurice. And Temp caught by Paulo. The North takes the 3-1 lead. A lot of people are thinking, since they got Maurice, Raekwon, and Temp, that the South would be pretty hard to beat, but they got those two liabilities. North wins the start. Paulo gets Raekwon out. Maurice gets Paulo. Paulo dodges. Temp gets Maurice out now. Paulo catches Mitchell. McFadden dodged by Mussman. Temp gets Pascal out trying to claw to life. McFadden gets Mussman out, all up to Temp. Temp gets Streets. Temp catches his brother. McFadden catches Temp. The man is just a defensive beast, man. You want him on your team. He's just a beast. 4-1. South reeling. It's just like the Civil War all over again. McFadden gets Mitchell out. And Mussman gets Paulo. Pascal caught by Temp. And Raekwon having a Coham gang gets caught by McFadden. And Temp gets dodged by Maurice. Mussman gets Streets. McFadden gets Temp out. Temp dodges. And Temp gets McFadden. Temp, last man standing for the North, gets Maurice out. Dodges Mussman. And he gets Mussman out. It's brother versus brother. And Temp gets Temp out. South hanging on for dear life. McFadden gets Temp. Raekwon gets Temp. McFadden caught by Maurice. Defensive versus defensive. Mitchell dodged by Paulo. Paulo gets Raekwon. Raekwon really shut down this game. Now Streets dodges Mitchell. Pascal gets Mitchell out now. And Streets catches Mussman. Some Margay is going in right now. Maurice gets outed. And the North takes the win. Moves on to the next level. South just really couldn't get together. 24 index. You know, they shut down Raekwon. He had one of his worst games all year. Throw average was fine, but he was just getting shut down by these defenders. McFadden 4 for 4 catching. I mean, that's what you're going to get with him. Temp played amazing. 8 outs, 11 throws. And even Streets, Pascal, he played really well. Paulo played really well. Execution was good for the Sun. I mean, that's what Mitchell will give you. Give you execution, but he's not really good for much else. But that will be that first game. But the day's definitely not over for Mussman or for Raekwon and Mitchell. They still have duties on the All Dodge team, and Raekwon still has duties on the Toros. So his day is definitely not over. All right, that was that. On to Midwest versus West. Now, this should be pretty one-sided, to be honest. Midwest is really weak this year. The West absolutely stacked. I mean, their captain is Salazar, even though it says Charlie. It's really Salazar, which is a super-powered player himself. Then you got Peltier, which is the dasher, and he's great himself. Sanchito, great defender. Lyons, and Charlie. I mean, this team is super-powered. Meanwhile, on the Midwestern side, you just have a regular team. Travis, Jason, Kyle, pretty good core, but not spectacular. Guerrero as the dasher, really good for nothing else. Towers is the captain, really good for nothing else. So I wouldn't be too. I mean, the crowd's going to get a good delight. They have two of their countrymen on the team with Salazar and Sanchito. They've both made their consecutive All-Star games. Sanchito's on 4 in a row. Salazar's on 2 in a row. Midwest wins the start. Pelletier doesn't lose much, but he lost that one. Sanchito catches Towers out the gate. Charlie gets Guerrero out. Salazar outed by Travis. And Charlie gets Travis out. Jason gets Pelletier. Charlie gets Kyle out. Jason gets Sanchito. Jason dodges Charlie. Jason gets Charlie out. And Jason catches Lyons. Maybe the man has something to him. He can carry the Midwest. Midwest, another win for, wow. Guerrero gets Lyons. Lyons dodges. Salazar caught by Kyle. What is the West doing right now? Sanchito, a huge dodge of Travis. Lyons gets Travis out. Sanchito dodges Towers. And Guerrero catches Pelletier. Where is the throwing power from the West? Towers dodged by Sanchito. Lyons gets Kyle out. Guerrero. Lyons dodges. Charlie throws. Gets Jason out. And Towers dodged by Sanchito. Lyons gets Guerrero out. And Lyons dodges Towers. Charlie gets Towers out. Just a lot of power on this team. Sanchito, 4 dodges, really carried the set. Lyons as well. He had 3 dodges. So and finally, Pelletier gets off good. Kyle catches Lyons. Guerrero dodged by Charlie. Pelletier caught by Towers. Salazar dodges Guerrero. Salazar, huge throw, gets Jason out. Salazar catches Towers. He might be going in. Gives it off to Charlie, gets Kyle out. And Salazar dodges Guerrero. Charlie gets Guerrero out. And Sanchito catches Travis, and the West is starting to really take shape now. Got Charlie in the mix, got Salazar in the mix, got Sanchito in the mix on this set. Powerful, powerful players. Pelletier getting his groove back, gets 2 starts in a row. Lyons gets Guerrero out. And Pelletier outed by Jason. Charlie dodged by Kyle. And Jason gets Lyons out. Charlie gets Travis out. And Jason dodged by Sanchito. Charlie, Towers dodges. And Kyle dodged, a lot of dodges. And Sanchito dodged by Kyle. Jason throws Salazar out finally. Jason dodges Sanchito. Kyle, a huge throw to get Charlie out. And Sanchito dodged by Kyle. And Towers caught by Sanchito. Can he muster his way? Dodged by Kyle. And Kyle gets Sanchito out. And the Midwest has tied it up, surprisingly, just hanging on. Just a lot of dodges. Players on the West just don't seem to be taking that plunge. The West wins. Pelletier caught by Travis just barely. Guerrero gets Sanchito out. Lyons gets Guerrero. And Kyle gets Lyons out. Charlie, weak throw. Travis catches. Old man Travis. Salazar caught by catches Travis. Salazar gets Kyle out. Can he do it? He's a 126, best rating in the league. Salazar catches Towers, and he gets Jason out. Crowd on their feet for that one. Hometown ends the set 3-2 to West. Midwest gets the set start. Travis gets Pelletier. And Towers catches Sanchito. Jason throws Charlie out. Lyons gets Towers out. Pretty good 2 to have left, Lyons and Salazar. Salazar catches Guerrero. Salazar gets Jason out. And Travis gets Salazar. It's all up to Lyons. And Lyons dodged by Kyle. And Kyle gets Lyons out. Midwest making this a game. Jeez. Midwest gets the set start. And Guerrero dodged by Charlie. Charlie throws Guerrero out. And Sanchito outed by Jason. Charlie gets Travis out. Charlie catches Jason. Charlie gets Kyle out. And Salazar dodges Towers. And Salazar gets Towers out. West knocking on the door. Charlie good set. Salazar good set. Pelletier gets a set win. Lyons gets Guerrero out easily. Travis gets Lyons out. Charlie, bad throw. Jason dodges though. Towers gets Charlie out. Salazar. Kyle dodges. Kyle caught by Salazar. Can it turn around here? But Travis catches Salazar. Weak throw. And Travis gets Pelletier out. It's all up to Sanchito. Gets Towers. Sanchito catches Travis. Oh, but Sanchito caught by Jason. Are you kidding me, folks? Wow. Sanchito just never, he's not known for his offensive capabilities. Wasn't able to finish it out there. And Pelletier trying to get this team over the hump in the final set. Lyons gets Jason out. That's big. Kyle gets Pelletier out. Salazar gets Towers out. Kyle. They have to get Kyle out to win this one. And Kyle outed by Lyons. And Sanchito catches Guerrero. Lyons dodged by Travis. Travis dodged by Charlie. And Lyons gets Charlie out. And the West has won. Close game. Very close game. I mean, even spread participation-wise on both teams. You know, Charlie got his hits in. Salazar got his hits in. Lyons got his hits in. I mean, that's the good thing about these all-star game. All the stars, they're able to really, you know, strut their stuff really and get their piece in and show their talent to everybody. Guerrero really gave Pelletier a run for his money for the first. He hadn't lost more than 2 starts in a game all year, and he lost 4 today. All-star game, man. Finally meet your match, especially as a dasher. And the West will go on to play the North. The division final. But first, we have to set up the final championship. We have the All Dodge versus the Toros. It should be a funny game. Raekwon is supposed to be on this team, but obviously he has to play for the other team. Charlie just got done. I mean, this is it's a fun atmosphere. Everybody's just kind of chilling. So, you know, go back to the locker room, change out your uniform. You know, Pelletier, Charlie, Lyons just got done with the game. Now they have to run back out to play the Toros, and they're going to have to run back out to play the final. So, I mean, you really can't fault anybody for poor performances. This is not about who's really the best. It's just, let's put these great players together. Let's just mash them into each other and see what happens. Give the fans something to, you know, remember the season by. Get some pictures, get some rare uniform pictures, rare matchups, you know, just fantasy. This is just a fantasy game, and it's fun. So the all dodgeball team, Mitchell, rookie, captain, pretty impressive, versus Campaign on the Toro side. Reed, the dasher, no match for Pelletier. Lyons, thrower, he was the alternate. McFadden, great defender. I don't know if they're going to be able to get past him, honestly. McFadden, he changes games. Doesn't matter who's around him, doesn't matter if he has an offense or not. He changes games. Charlie, solid guy, lead thrower. On the other side, you obviously have Raekwon. You have Reed, the two Angus brothers. Le'Aaron McCarron, championship MVP. When the stakes are high, this guy comes through. Lawrence, solid guy, campaign, the understudy rookie. Now let's get this started. Reed. Pelletier wants to start. Hold on, folks. We have a issue with the colors. All right, restarting the game. We had a little bit of glitch on the scoreboard. Pelletier wins the start. Mitchell dodged by Lawrence. Raekwon gets Pelletier out. Charlie gets Lawrence out. Raekwon. Mitchell dodges. Good. McFadden, weak throw to Reed. Raekwon, humongous throw to McFadden. Even McFadden can't catch it. Look, Le'Aaron McCarron catches Mitchell. Campaign, dodged by Charlie. Lyons gets Campaign out. Can they fight back? Charlie dodges McCarron. Charlie caught by McCarron. And Reed gets Lyons out, and the Toros take the first set versus the best team in the land. Best talent, I guess. Charlie gets Reed out. And Charlie catches Campaign. Uh-oh. Lyons, huge throw to Lawrence. Now they're laying the smackdown. McCarron gets Charlie out. Lyons caught by Raekwon. McFadden outed by McCarron. Raekwon, another catch. And Raekwon dodged by Mitchell. McCarron dodges. Raekwon gets Mitchell out. And the Toros 2-0. Can anything stop the Toros is really the question. Pelletier wins the third straight start. McFadden gets Reed out to start things off. Lawrence gets Charlie out. McFadden caught by Raekwon. McFadden catches Campaign. McFadden having a big set here. Raekwon dodged by Lyons. Lyons gets Raekwon out. He knows a little bit about playing the Toros. McFadden catches Lawrence and all takes the set. All right. McFadden caught by Campaign. That's huge. Raekwon gets Mitchell out. Lyons gets Raekwon. Reed dodged by Charlie. And Pelletier gets Campaign out. And Reed throws out Pelletier. Lyons gets McCarron out. It's tit for tat. Lawrence gets Charlie. It's all to Lyons. And Lyons gets Reed out. Lawrence dodged by Lyons. Lyons gets Lawrence out. It's tied up now 2-2. Champions versus the best team in the land. Pelletier wins his fifth straight start. Pelletier gets Campaign out. Calls his own number. Raekwon dodged by McFadden. Lyons gets Lawrence out. McFadden is just such a tough cookie. Pelletier gets Reed out. And Raekwon gets Charlie out. McFadden caught by McCarron. And Raekwon gets Pelletier. And Lyons caught by McCarron. And Raekwon dodged like Chris Mitchell, but McCarron catches. Toros take the 3-2 lead, man. Wow. They tried. They really tried. Pelletier on sixth straight start. Pelletier gets Raekwon out huge. Charlie dodges Lawrence. McFadden caught by Campaign. They're really getting on McFadden to get him out offensively so I don't have to go against him defensively. McCarron caught by Charlie. Lyons gets Reed out. On their heels, Charlie barely dodges. Campaign catches Mitchell. Lawrence throws out Charlie. Lyons throws out Lawrence. Campaign dodged by Lyons. Lyons huge throw to get Campaign out. 3-3. The Toros have never lost a single game this season, if you don't include the preseason, which they did terribly. So it's been a long time this team has seen defeat. But they've had a couple of close games. Their past 2 games have gone to 9 sets, so they're used to close games. They just don't know defeat. 7th straight win for Pelletier. McFadden gets Raekwon, huge. McFadden catches Reed, huge. Pelletier, they're turning on the afterburners. Charlie out, though. Campaign catches Lyons, but McFadden with a humongous catch of McCarron. But Campaign catches Mitchell and gets McFadden out. Finally, Pelletier gets Campaign out. Toros reeling. 4-3. I don't know if they've ever been 4-3 this season. They shut down Raekwon. They shut down Reed immediately. They know what they're doing. They got the talent. They're going to go do it. Mitchell gets McCarron out. Raekwon dodged by Charlie. Mitchell gets Reed out. Raekwon gets Lyons out. They're in desperation mode. Raekwon catches Pelletier. He's being a hero. Charlie gets Campaign out. Raekwon dodged by Mitchell. And Charlie gets Raekwon. It's all up to Lawrence. Lawrence gets Charlie. McFadden. Oh, Mitchell. Lawrence dodges. Oh, McFadden catches Lawrence. And the Toros are done for. Their first loss all season. What a streak. Yeah, they really had their number. McFadden was such a pest. 5 catches. He's just a pest. You can't get past him. He's really just a pest. Lyons, great throwing. Charlie, solid. Kind of slid back into the second roll, even though he's the first arm, but solid. Pelletier, 8 for 8. Dashing, all you can ask of him. Raekwon, they were going after him. He got 4 catches, as well as Campaign. I mean, the Toros, this is the all-dodge team. Lyons, Charlie, McFadden, Pelletier. You don't even need a good captain. This team, obviously they're stacked. So, Toros finally out. Finally out. To see who's playing the all-dodge team, we have to go to the final game of divisions. North versus West. Charlie, Pelletier, Streets versus Pelletier. Mere thousandths of seconds separate these two in dashing ability. They haven't ran into each other literally all season. Now they're finally getting a chance to square off. Let's see who really is the best dasher in the league. In the clutch when it counts. You got more than half the stars in this game. Charlie, Salazar, Lyons, Sanchito, Pelletier, Streets, Tamp, McFadden, Pascal. The gravity, these teams are so chock full. Just imagine the salaries that you would have to pay these teams. You'd be up to $40 million in no time. Salazar, $9 million. Charlie, $8 million. Lyons, $8 million. Sanchito, $7 million. So you're already looking at $32 million. Pelletier, he commands at least $5 million. It's $37 million. It would cost for this team. Never be able to put this team together ever. So just really sit back and enjoy this. So North is the underdogs. They got a weak link in Paolo. But outside of that, it's still a stacked team. West wins the start. Sanchito gets Paolo out. Pascal gets Lions. Sanchito gets Streets out. Tamp gets Charlie. Back and forth. Salazar gets McFadden. Tamp gets Sanchito out. Pelletier gets Pascal. Salazar dodges Tamp. Pelletier dodged by Tamp. Tamp dodged by Salazar. Salazar gets Tamp out. West 1, North 0. North wins the start. Pascal gets Pelletier out. Sanchito caught by Streets. McFadden gets Charlie out. Streets. Salazar, huge throw, gets Streets out. Salazar doing well catching. Salazar caught by McFadden, finally stopped. The Lions dodges McFadden. Lions gets Pascal, dodges. Lions catches. And Lions gets McFadden out. Paolo gets his throw dodged by Lions. Lions gets the good throw. West up 2-0. It's going to be interesting to see what happens if the West wins and have to play the all-dodge team. There's going to be 2 alternates that have to come in from nowhere to fill in because the West has 2 permanents on the all-dodge team. West wins the start. Lions dodged by McFadden. McFadden trying to start something. Offense hasn't been that great. Salazar gets Pascal. And McFadden gets Charlie. McFadden catches Pelletier. And Streets gets Lions up. Tamp, what is showing their strength now? Streets gets Salazar. And Sanchito gets Tamp out. McFadden gets Sanchito out, and the North finally gets on the board. West wins the start. Charlie gets Tamp out. Streets gets Lions out. Pelletier caught by McFadden. Paulo gets Charlie out. Salazar dodged by Pascal. McFadden dodged by Sanchito. Sanchito gets Streets out. McFadden dodged by Sanchito. And Salazar gets McFadden out. Sanchito dodges Paulo. It's a really back and forth game. Pascal dodges. And Paulo gets dodged by Sanchito. And Sanchito gets Pascal. Paulo, poor throw. Sanchito dodges. Salazar, 100 throw to Paulo to get him out. West goes up 3-1. 3-1. North wins the start. Lions catches Paulo out the gate. Lions gets McFadden out. Streets caught by Salazar. Huge catch by Salazar, the all-around phenom. Lions gets Tamp out. West is really flexing right now. Pascal gets Salazar out, though. Charlie caught by Pascal, and Pascal gets Pelletier. Pascal proving everybody that he hasn't lost a step. And Pascal dodges Sanchito. Pascal dodged by Sanchito. And Pascal dodges Sanchito. Lions catches Pascal, and the West goes up 4-1. We all knew the West was stacked, and they're really showing how they've just been demolishing each other all year. That's what's been happening. They've just been week after week going right against each other and making themselves look bad, honestly. North win the start. Pelletier's kind of getting got this game. Tamp dodged by Lions. Pelletier gets streets out. Tamp gets Lions. McFadden catches Charlie. And McFadden dodged by Salazar. And Salazar gets Paulo out. Tamp throws up Pelletier. McFadden catches Salazar. It's looking like it's going to go to another set at least. McFadden gets Sanchito out. McFadden, I mean, he's just all around. He's more of an all around than Salazar, in my opinion. You know, McFadden really, he takes the mantle and says, hey, I'm going to end this set. Doesn't matter if I have to catch it, dodge it, or throw it. This set's going to end and it's going to be because of me. North wins the start. And Tamp gets Sanchito out. Charlie gets McFadden. Pascal caught by Lions. Can the West go in? Salazar gets Tamp out. Paulo gets Lions out. Charlie, huge throw, gets the streets out. It's all up to Paulo. Charlie dodges. And Salazar gets Paulo out. The West has won the division battle. 47 index, pretty good. Didn't really spread the ball around too much. Execution, not that great. Yeah, I mean, Salazar had a pretty great game. Charlie likes taking a back seat. He's not the type to lead elite players. We saw that a lot this season on the Pharaohs. When needed, when people weren't playing well, he takes the mantle, but when other people are doing well, he doesn't jump in and amplify his game. And that's why a lot of people point fingers at him when the Pharaohs don't do well, because come on. You're supposed to be in addition to the other players, not all or nothing. And Pelletier is just getting beat up today. One game was 5 out of 9. This game 3 out of 7. His first losing performance all season. But hey, he lost the dash battle. That. And we have to do some figuring out to see who's gonna represent the all dodge team, because so we need an arm and a dasher. So we're gonna put narrow streets in there. And as far as an arm goes, we'll have to go to the statistics. Throw average. It's looking like we'll have to go with Pascal. Richard's not in the building. So we got some serious Margay action coming up here from the all dodge. All Dodge versus the West. Narrow streets. Pascal filling in for. Wait. Raekwon at 80. So yeah, I mean it's pretty much a rematch, except they got Raekwon this time instead of who was it? Raekwon instead of Tamp. I mean that's an improvement, but there's a lot of Northern players here. A lot of Northern players. Two best throwers in the league. And let's go. Let's do this thing. West wins the start. Pelletier Streets going up against each other again. Salazar gets Streets out. McFadden caught by Sanchito. West is coming at it. Gets Raekwon out. Pascal gets Lyons out. And Charlie gets McMitchell. And Salazar outed by Pascal. Pascal dodges Charlie. Pascal putting it on his team. He's not even supposed to be on this team. And Sanchito gets him out. West wins. Lyons gets Raekwon out. Sanchito dodges Mitchell. Salazar gets Mitchell out. And Lyons dodges Streets. McFadden catches Charlie. Pascal gets Sanchito out. Pascal dodges Salazar. McFadden gets Lyons out. And Pelletier gets Pascal. McFadden dodged by Pelletier, and Pelletier gets McFadden. And Streets gets Salazar. Streets outed by Pelletier, and the West goes up 2-0. It's pretty much the West versus the North with Raekwon. Raekwon hasn't been a factor in the game yet, though. Pelletier, Pascal gets Sanchito out. Pelletier gets Raekwon out. Raekwon's just, I mean, he's just on chill mode. I mean, you can't really expect much of him. He had an amazing year. He's really just on chill mode during these All-Star games. And Charlie gets Mitchell out. Salazar dodges Streets. Charlie gets McFadden out. And Streets gets Charlie out. Streets catches Lyons. Streets caught by Salazar. Salazar gets Pascal. West 3-0. And this is the team that beat the Toros. Finally dethroned the Toros. But honestly, three of the players were different when they beat the Toros. So I mean, what are we doing here? I mean, this is all just fun and games. You can't hinge anything on anything at this point. So it doesn't really reflect anything. Pelletier catches Mitchell. Salazar Dodged by Pascal. Sanchito dodges. Pascal dodges. Streets gets a good throw on Pelletier. Streets catches Sanchito. Pascal. Players that aren't supposed to be on the team are carrying the team. Charlie, huge throw, gets McFadden out. Salazar catches Raekwon. Salazar gets Streets out. Pascal dodged by Salazar. And Salazar catches Pascal. Pascal catches Salazar. And Pascal throws Charlie. Charlie dodges. Charlie gets Pascal out in the West. They are trying to send a clear message here that we are by far the best division. Every single team has a star and a second arm that you wish you had as your star. That's what they want to say. In the Pharaohs, you have Charlie Lenore, Curtis even, Diamonds, Sebastian Lyons, Silverbacks, Salazar, Somerset, Sanchito, Gold, Vito Simeon. Even the Phoenix are looking good with Greeley, first pick in the draft, and Dante next year. This division will be almost unbeatable outside of division play. It's going to be amazing to watch it. Anyway, Pelletier wins the start. McFadden catches Mitchell. Liability man. Dodged by Charlie. Sanchito gets Raekwon out. And Sanchito dodge. McFadden gets him out. Salazar gets Pascal. McFadden gets Charlie out. And Salazar throws out Mitchell. Mitchell dodges, actually. And Lyons catches Mitchell. Can they do this? McFadden catches Salazar, though. And Streets gets Lyons out. And the all-dodge finally takes the set. If you want to call them the all-dodge team. I mean, seriously. I mean, they're working with kind of a B team. Because the West is playing. They're trying to say something here. The West is trying to say something here. We are the all-dodge team. That's kind of what they're trying to prove. Lyons gets over on Streets. Lyons dodges Pascal. Lyons is having a stellar game. Salazar gets Raekwon out. Pascal dodged by Charlie. Charlie gets Pascal. And Lyons dodges Mitchell. Charlie caught by Mitchell. Mitchell has the stat. Are you kidding me? In a high-stakes game like this, Salazar dodges McFadden. Pelletier catches, throws out Mitchell. And Pelletier catches McFadden to end the game. And the West won in the West versus a team that was severely hampered talent-wise because of the West. Pelletier gets his revenge on Streets dash-wise. I mean, look at the spread. I mean, 69 participation. Nobody had an index less than 50. I mean, just let that soak in. Nobody had an index less than 50. Raekwon had a 0 index. It's held to 0 points. I mean, execution was good on both sides. But I mean, seriously. Nobody had index less than 50. That's great. That is really great. We'll give the fans what they want. We'll give Salazar the MVP of the Carnival. Give them what they want. West wins. Everybody's happy. And that will officially conclude the Dodgeball XV season. We'll see you on the 16th season. See you on the other side. We'll have some exciting things brewing. a little bit of changes to the rules, some interceptions, some sacrifices, some different definitions of how teams play defense. It's going to be here. So stay tuned for that and have a nice night.